Hey girls, Miss Katie here with the Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council, ready to talk about Brownie Making Friends, steps 2 and 4. Last week we did step 1, we made friendly introductions, and today we're going to work on step 2, showing friends that you care, and step 4, learn how to disagree. Two very important things, I think, in life and in relationships. So my idea here is that I will kind of show you guys the things that I've learned, talk about what I've learned in my life in regards to being a good friend, and hopefully my advice will help you in your future relationships and current relationships. So let's start with step 2, showing friends that you care. I think a lot of the times we assume that people just know how we feel about them, but I would say the biggest thing is, in regards to showing people that you care, is telling them that you care. Say, hey, I really appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. I love you. I admire you. I look up to you. However it is that you're feeling about a certain person, I think it's important to be vocal because it really is amazing when you hear that from a person. That can make you feel really good. So tell people that you care. I think listening is a really good way to show people that you care about them, that you're interested in their life and whatever they're going through. And it doesn't take much to do at all. Ask your friends how they're doing. Be up to date with what's going on in their life. If they tell you something that's important to them, try to, keep that at the forefront of your mind. Remember when big things are happening in their life. Celebrate their accomplishments, celebrate whatever successes they may be experiencing, and be supportive when they're going through the hard stuff too. I think that's really, really crucial. So just, vocally being supportive with our words, with our minds, physically, with the love that we have to give, I think is a really powerful thing as well. So just, being all those things and keeping all those things at the top of your mind in regards to how to be a good friend. Make time for what's important to them. That's a really good one. Again, if you are up to date with what's important to them and what's going on in their life, say your friend is a big soccer player and she has a big game coming up. Maybe you can go to her game and cheer her on. So you can show your support in ways like that. Remember birthdays, for example, is a good thing that you can do. And again, it doesn't really take much effort. It's just truly caring. I think will go a long way. So those are all the big things that you can do besides, buying a little gift or showing them love with a little trinket here or there. But I would recommend and I would argue that the things I mentioned beforehand are way more powerful and important than showing friends that you care and that you love them with a gift. So just try to remember all of those things. So yeah. Let's talk about healthy conflict, because conflict is something that will inevitably come up in your life, and it's important that you feel good about it and you feel effective in sharing your words and your feelings about things, because I think it's somewhat natural to have disagreements with others, but it's important to never lose your voice when that happens. So some of the tips I wrote down for handling conflict is focus on using I statements to express your feelings. I think it can be really easy when we disagree or when we have an argument with others to point the fingers and place blame. And I will say, to the end of my days, to never, ever, ever do that. To try to never, ever do that. It's hard. But I think being accountable for yourself and your actions, focus on how you feel versus what they did. So let me try to think of an example. Say a friend lied to you about something. Rather than approaching them, and it hurt your feelings, rather than approaching them and saying, you did this and it was wrong for this reason, which isn't exactly not true. You can say, when you lied to me, you made me feel betrayed because of this. So focus on you, and hopefully that will kind of lessen the tension in the disagreement. So hopefully that's helpful. Avoid name calling or hurtful words, or acting on emotions. I think when we disagree with others, our emotions can get really high, and it's important to be aware of that. And that's natural. It's natural to feel angry or hurt or upset, and not saying that we should suppress those feelings in any way, but just be aware of what you're feeling. And if your feelings are really powerful, maybe take a step back. Just take a breather, take a deep breath. Deep breaths go a long way. They have helped me on numerous occasions to just kind of reset, because it really does. It kind of resets your brain and it resets your thinking. And don't be afraid to say, hey, I need a break from this. I'm not thinking clearly. Talking about the problem openly and directly with the other person. So if you're having a problem with somebody, don't just go around, behind their back and talk about it to everybody else but that person. It's important that you go directly to the person and tell them, again, how you're feeling, and how their actions impact you. Listening carefully to others, making eye contact, not interrupting, and being physically present. So allowing them the opportunity to say what they need to say, being present in the moment, but not interrupting them, and giving them the space to say their piece, but also listening. I think a lot of the times when we're deep in conversation, we're kind of thinking about what we're going to say next, and it's important to not do that, to listen to their piece in it, and then kind of come up with what it is that you're feeling and why. Understanding others, repeating back what the other person has said. Sometimes we all have our own ways of thinking and behaving, and there's reasons for that. So it's important that you truly understand the other person's side. And if you're having trouble understanding what it is they're trying to portray in regards to a disagreement, you can repeat back to them something they said. And you can say something along the lines of, so what I'm hearing is this. Is that right? And if it's not, they have the opportunity to better express how they're feeling and what it is that they're trying to say. So it's all just modes of effective communication. Being kind. It says it's hard to fight in the face of kindness. Again, not coming from a place of judgment. Try to be understanding, because again, we kind of all have our reasons for who we are and why we behave in certain ways. So just try to be understanding and accepting, in the sense of, we all make mistakes. We all can overreact or, lash out in certain ways, but to practice kindness always, especially in the face of conflict. And with all that, I will say, never be afraid to share your side of things. It's very important to be a good friend and to listen to, a person's version of what it is happened, or, whatever it is that happened in a disagreement, but never stray away from what you believe. That is very important, to speak your truth, and don't shy away from that. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is Brownie Making Friends, steps 2 and 4. Have a good day.